Hello and welcome to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I am Beth Cooper.
I am Stacey Earlywine, and we are here celebrating the still beautiful holiday Thanksgiving coming up.
It's almost Thanksgiving. In fact, I think that this episode is going to air on Thanksgiving.
Really?
I think so. If we are on schedule, I believe it will.
Grab your turkey and watch By the Way with Beth and Stacey.
That's right. Actually, we air at 11 a.m., so you can have it on while you're cooking and while your family is gathering. Turn it on in the living room. Everyone can watch while they're getting ready to eat.
That's right. I love Thanksgiving.
Me too. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Dressing.
Mine too. Of course.
Why would it be? You know, it's why is it something that people don't make all the time? It's cheap and it's easy and it's fantastic.
I know.
Why is that?
I don't know. And the weird thing is, I think it's something that you kind of have to grow up with, that you love it. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of kids today won't touch it. And it's like,
it's my favorite.
Mine too. I could skip everything else and just like eat nothing but stuffing on my plate. I'm serious.
Pretty much do. I don't eat turkey. Mm-hmm. I don't eat the ham.
Have you had my ham? Because it's really good.
I do, but I don't want to. I want to eat all that dressing.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Save the ham for the next day.
I don't eat noodles. I never eat the mashed potatoes. I literally will have a whole thing of dressing on my plate. Sweet potatoes.
Oh my gosh.
Dressing.
That's what I was getting ready to say. It's like I could do like a whole plate of stuffing.
And corn casserole. Boom. You don't need nothing else but those three things.
Yep. Like I put my sweet potatoes on there. And this year, like my aunt is not the one that makes the sweet potato casserole at our family get together. She's not coming this year. She's got somewhere else to be. So I might have to take that one on.
My daughter-in-law, Paige Earlywine, makes our sweet potato casserole, and it's Linda's favorite. My sister, it's good. I did make it once. We did a church potluck. So I Googled that recipe, and I made it, and I did a good job on it.
Yeah, you did.
I did do good.
Yep. Yeah, it was good. I ate some of it that day.
Yeah, but that's my favorite. Yeah, I don't even touch anything else. Now, what do you cook?
The broccoli and cheese casserole, too.
I like that, too.
Pretty darn good.
But that's something I make a lot. I like
really?
So it's those things, you know, especially the sweet potatoes. But I started stocking my camper up with sweet potatoes because that's great. You're doing something. That's a great side. I'd put it in my camper. Then I got a little crock pot, and I just do that when we're cooking. It's a great little side. I don't know. I'm just getting old. I'm doing weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my favorite. That's my favorite part of, that's my favorite food.
Right.
And then I'm not a real big dessert person, but I'm that weird person, and I don't know how everybody else is like this out there. I'm a leftover girl. I like leftovers. I won't hardly eat that much on Thanksgiving Day, but the next day I'll eat a ginormous plate full of everything that's left. I love leftovers.
I like the things. I'm not always a big leftover eater like on a daily basis, but there's certain dishes that I really like.
I guarantee
leftover.
Okay.
Macaroni and cheese is one of them.
Yep. Spaghetti.
Yeah, leftover spaghetti's good.
Chili. Any soup. And lasagna. That's it.
I'm not a big lasagna eater, but yeah. Yeah, so I will, for my dessert, I will have pumpkin pie. I just feel I'm traditional.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm a chocolate pie eater.
I like chocolate pie anyway.
Chocolate pie's
There's not very many pies I don't like.
I don't like fruit pies that well.
I
have to have ice cream. If I'm going to eat a fruit pie, it's got to be a la mode. Otherwise, I won't eat it.
I love peach pie, and I love apple pie and cherry pie, but I will not touch like a blueberry pie or a blackberry pie.
Blackberry's my... Wow.
I don't like blackberries.
Ladies and gentlemen, we found
a difference.
One difference. That's it.
No, there's been other episodes we found, but they're fewer and far between.
Yeah.
So, hey, look at this pin I'm wearing.
I saw that earlier.
This is a little pilgrim. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this was mine, a little pilgrim girl. It was mine when I was a little girl, and I try to wear it every Thanksgiving. Really? But back in the 80s, you know, these kind of pins, they're like, I don't know, resin, probably acrylic resin pins. Yeah. That was like really a thing, you know. You had one for all these, like I have a pumpkin one I should have worn at the Halloween show, and then like Christmas, like I'm bringing it back, folks. I'm bringing back the resin pins. I'll start wearing them all.
Good luck with that with kids today. Let's start with your own children. What would Krista say about that pin?
She would be like, not cool, Mom, not wearing it.
Not gonna have it.
Yeah. I think I'll bring it back just for people 40 and over.
That'll work.
Yeah, they'll go for it.
You know, when did the brooch go away?
I don't know, but they're so classy.
They're classy. I love brooches, but I never wear one.
Yeah.
Why don't I?
Well, first of all, we don't wear like high collars where it would go.
True. That's true. But I
But you could wear one on your lapel.
Right here?
Yeah, I don't know because I love diamonds. So whether they're real or fake or whatever, I love them all. And so I would totally wear those.
I've got some really because I don't have brooches. I just don't have any. I may have one that was my grandmother's, but I actually one time we were doing a. Probably as Shadows of Elmwood, and I was playing an older lady, and I had like these big earrings that were just like with the pose, and I just put a cluster of earrings right there and made a brooch, and everybody's like, "Oh, what a beautiful brooch!"
You're like, "Thanks, I'm a genius."
I'm like, I am a Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
That was clever.
It was clever.
Good save.
I have my moments.
Yeah,
I have my moments. Yeah. How fun. But anyway, I'm excited about Thanksgiving. I'll start. It's exhausting, but I divvy everything out, we do,
Yeah, you delegate, so you don't have to cook the whole entire meal.
Oh, my gosh, no, nobody want me cooking everything. Because
I don't have to cook an entire meal either. I just bring stuff to other people's meals.
Yeah, because I'll work at the shop Wednesday. Actually, I'm going in tonight to work, and then I'll work a little bit. Not a little bit. Wednesday's packed, so I always do that. But then I won't go back into the shop till the next week.
My goal was I have another full-time job that I work from home, and my goal this week was to get everything done so that I could be off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because my kids are actually out of school on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, as well as the day after Thanksgiving. So I wanted to be off with my kids, but I have so much work to do that I don't think that's really going to happen. But I will have Thursday and Friday off, but I'm not sure about Wednesday. It's hard to fit everything into a 2-day week.
I don't even know what's happening in the world. I don't know where time's going.
Yeah. Well, I told you guys at the beginning of this month, and I'll say it again, November is the fastest month of the year because it's really it feels like it's only 3 weeks because it starts and then whammo, it's already Thanksgiving. And then when it's Thanksgiving, you feel like the month is already wrapping up.
Right.
Because then it flips over to Christmas.
Yeah,
and
then it's done.
It starts to feel like December.
Yeah, because literally the Christmas season, well, in your eyes, the Christmas season started in July.
Yeah.
So,
Christmas in July.
Christmas in July with Beth, okay? But in all reality, yeah, like I think to me, Christmas starts like Friday. I will start doing everything Friday. Speaking of that,
look at our ad.
Let's do a little ad here.
Okay, what do we got from the past today?
I found this. Look at Bob Hope.
Look how young he is.
Look at this. I found this because I actually have one of these in my bathroom. I bought at an auction a long time ago. I've solved my gift problems with Remington shavers. It's a Remington shavers ad. Isn't that a neat little? But Bob Hope's like. Okay, so first of all, I love Bob Hope, and I love the look of his face and everything. And like I said, I've got this. If you go in my bathroom right now, it's literally sitting on a shelf in my bathroom. And but I'm like thinking, if I knew Bob Hope and Bob Hope gave me a shaver, I would be really mad. It's like I need diamonds, Bob.
Bob, you're a little cheap. You bought me a Remington shaver, and I really wanted $1,000.
Yeah, but I just thought that was a cute little ad.
That is cute. I can't read it all.
I can't read it. It's too little. But yeah, that's a pretty little thing. But I think, to be perfectly honest, if you think about it,
I wonder how much they paid him to do that ad.
I don't know. But have you priced razors lately? Shave it. Wow.
It's actually on my to-do list later today is go to Walmart and buy some things like that.
Well, you better take an extra $100.
Okay, well, I try.
It's awful.
Well, I don't buy anything electric, but I try to keep my bathroom pantry stocked. So when you might think I'm a crazy couponer or something because when I go to Walmart and buy toothpaste, I might have 20 of them in my cart.
Your Jim.
I'm not a couponer, or kind of should be, but I'm not. But I just don't like to buy those things, and so when I buy them, I just buy a whole bunch at once because I don't want to think about it again for like 6 months.
Well, razors, not even electric razors, but just razors, they're expensive. Yeah, they got crazy. But yeah, I just thought I came across, I'm like, Bob Hope is advertising Remington shavers.
Good for Bob.
I love Bob Hope.
Yeah, I always liked him too.
Let's before we go to a commercial break. What was that? We went up and we went to Effingham.
We did. We went to St. Anthony High School and we saw their production of White Christmas.
It was very well done.
Very well done. So kudos to the St. Anthony drama crew, casting crew, coaches, mentors, whoever's involved in that. You guys rocked it. It was really, really good.
It was very good.
And I think we were a little naive in how it worked because we didn't realize you should buy tickets before you got there. And so we just and we were running late of all things because we had been interviewing somebody about today's show.
Exactly.
And we just like walked in there and they're like, do you have a ticket? We're like, no. They're like, oh, just sit in the back.
Yeah. So we literally crashed.
We kind of crashed it. We apologized for that. But
sorry. We tried to pay, but they wouldn't take our money.
Yeah. So if you have never been to one of their productions, I recommend going because this was out.
The costuming was
beautiful. I mean, you all know in the movie White Christmas with Bing Crosby how beautiful the costumes are, and the St. Anthony crew, they didn't slack on that. They were truly gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. In fact, I would probably go as far to say that it was the best high school musical production I've seen.
Me too. I'm going to say that too.
The set was amazing. The costumes were amazing. The talent was great.
Yeah, that set, they had stuff coming from the ceiling and here. It was.
And they never missed a cue.
No, they were fantastic.
They never forgot a line.
No, they didn't.
And I mean, they were on top of it.
It was very, very good. Very, very, very good. It left, a challenge accepted.
Yeah. Stacey and I are always directing community theater at Nostalgia Theater in Flora. And right now we are working with some children and high schoolers for our annual Christmas play that's coming up on December the 9th and the 10th at Nostalgia Theater, a Saturday night at 7 and then Sunday night at 5. If you want to come. And it's called Everyone's Christmas Story. And we also have amazing talent.
We do have good.
And
what we have that they didn't have, they lacked a little bit in the singing department. There was a couple really good singers.
We have amazing singers.
There was a couple good singers, but then there was a couple that were not the best singers ever. So
they did fine, but they were.
Where our talent, we have phenomenal singers.
That's right.
We have phenomenal singers.
Yeah, we may not have this fancy set or anything.
Not yet, but if you'd like to make a donation.
But we do have a lot of
Nostalgia Theater.
Yeah, we do have a lot of.
We don't even have a curtain.
No, but we have really talented kids, and we have their heart is in it, and they are excited.
That's right.
They've worked really, really hard on it. So December 9th and 10th, you guys should come watch.
Saturday night at 7 o'clock, Sunday in the afternoon at 5 o'clock. It's going to be great. We're going to take a commercial break, and we're going to come back talking about Beth and I's probably favorite subject besides food, houses.
Houses.
We'll be right back.
At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville. Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
With Beth and Stacey. I am Beth Cooper.
I am Stacey Earlywhite, and I bring good news.
Ooh.
Brooches are back.
Oh, right. Yeah, Ty just Googled that for us. Brooches are back in style for 2023.
Yeah, and
although
it's
November.
almost over.
Well, that means, okay, if he read an article, okay, seriously though, this is the truth. If he read an article that was probably written in New York City or Los Angeles or someplace like that that said brooches are coming back in 2023, that really means brooches are coming back in Clay County.
That's right.
In 2024.
We're right on top of it.
And we are right on top of that trend.
But seriously, guys, what a great gift you could give somebody, something different.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yes, by Stacey a brooch. You can mail it to her at Wabash Telephone, Wabash, Communications in Louisville, Illinois.
And I am a blingy girl. The blingier, the better, man.
Oh, man, me too.
Okay, we're going to talk about houses.
Okay, my favorite.
Woo, my favorite,
we have
too.
2 historic homes today that we are going to discuss because, we always try to throw in a historic home episode once a month, or I think in October we kind of skipped over it a little bit because we were doing fun, scary things. But, so it's time to do an episode on houses. Which one what do you got? You want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
I am actually going to talk about the oldest house that's standing in Flora right now.
Ooh, yeah, I can't wait to hear all this.
It is actually in existence, and it is on North Main Street. We all drive by it probably every day, more than one time a day.
I'm very eager to hear what you say.
It's really great. It's awesome. It's awesome. I have lots of pictures too.
Mm-hmm.
The house is the land actually that the house sits on. Of course, Samuel White, the founder of Flora, actually owned this land.
Okay.
Okay. The history of the home, and it was owned by Dr. Fairchild.
Should we show him a picture real quick so we know what house? Or you want to wait?
Let's go. My picture's the White House with snow. The White House with snow. Da, 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 da. Yeah, that's it. So this is a picture of the house. Yeah, see, this is the house we've all seen. I got this picture from Joanne Herring. Her husband Eddie, her ex-husband Eddie Perry, actually owns the home. So this is a beautiful picture of the house.
Beautiful.
And then I've got some recent pictures of it now. And I know that he does have plans to start restoring it. He's a military man, so he does have plans to start restoring it. But this is the house, and I've got other updated pictures.
Love that home.
It is spectacular. Okay. In 1891, Dr. W.F. Fairchild moved from Johnson County, Kentucky, to practice medicine in Clay County, Illinois.
Okay.
Dr. Fairchild, his wife, Minta Bell.
Minta Bell?
Do you love that name?
I'm in love with it. I'm writing it down. Minta Bell.
Minta Bell. I love that name. It's the greatest thing ever. And their 3-year-old daughter, Effie, were prominent citizens of Flora. Effie married Dr. Rolla Finch in 1912. The families left a rich history in Flora. Okay.
So her dad was a doctor and she married a doctor.
You betcha.
Okay.
They said Dr. Fairchild was a very fine gentleman. No house calls were ever refused, money or no money. And every patient was given the same consideration.
That's nice.
Dr. Fairchild later drove a baby Overland coupe and always carried several concrete blocks in the trunk to make it ride easier to hold the back end down.
Oh my gosh.
He was a rather of retiring nature, and most of his time was spent in the practice of his medical profession.
Okay, so he worked a lot. I wonder if at that time, I have to go back to the hospital episode to know what year you remember the very first Clay County Hospital was built on North State. So it would only be a couple blocks away from his house. I wonder if that was built yet when he was here. What year did he build his house?
Let's see. The property was purchased December 31st of 1891.
Okay.
And then evidence points to the fact that the older part of the home was moved to the current location around that date. So this house was actually north, I believe it was like north of the old Walmart, Orchlands. So the older part of the house was actually moved in 1891.
Wow.
So they transported this house to the location it's at now.
Cool.
How neat is that? Actually, one of the moving hooks is still attached to the north side of the house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, how neat is it? Yeah, it's awesome. So this house, like I said, it was moved on December 31st in 1891. It moved, so the house, who knows how long the house was actually
They moved it on New Year's Eve.
Yep. In 1895, after Fairchild had established his practice, he made improvements to the home. Now, this is where, so now Dr. Fairchild's taking this beautiful home, and he's, hey, Ty, do you want to just keep that picture up on the quilt for us while we're talking about it? I'll go ahead and put that one up. These are pictures that I just took recently. Okay, so, la, 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 la. And let me go back. In 1895, Fairchild established his practice. He made improvements to the home, adding half the front parlor and the south upstairs bedroom.
Okay.
So, like, he's adding on to this house.
Okay. So it probably started off as a little tiny thing that they moved in, and then he built on the upstairs bigger and the downstairs bigger.
Right. Many clues can be seen in the home that substantiate the fact that the north portion of the home is older. So I bet he built on. See that north portion that's sticking out there a little bit?
Yeah.
That's the original house.
Okay.
And then Dr. Fairchild's built onto that.
Okay.
There are 4 original interior doors that were part of the older home. So the thing about this house is everybody that's lived in this house, and it hasn't had very many. I'll go through the actual owners in here shortly, but everybody, which I love this about people, everybody has kept this house the exact same. Everything's still there.
Good.
Which I love that about
I love that too. I just
Yeah.
feel like if you buy an older home, like you owe it to the house or something. Like some people see that differently and want to still tear it apart and do their own thing. But
Yeah.
I just feel like old houses have such character. It's just
I would want my
alone.
kitchen updated and a nice
yeah.
kitchen. But other than that, like my doors, windows, I would probably, because they're, drafty and stuff, but doorknobs. And we did, when we bought our house, it was an older home, and not like these by no means, but, and it had the glass. I love those glass doorknobs.
Me too.
Well, they didn't work anymore, and you couldn't get them to work. So I've literally got them displayed through my house.
Yeah.
I didn't throw them away. They're literally
Right.
by my TV. They're just like on top of each other. So
Yeah, that'd be cute.
yeah, it's so fun. There are 4 original interior doors that were part of the older home, distinguishable by the dates on the hinges, knobs, and other hardware.
Oh my gosh, it had the dates on it. You don't see that anymore. Like even in other old homes, I've never seen, which I've never taken apart their doorknobs and their hinges,
Right.
but I've never had any homeowner tell me they have found dates on anything.
Okay, Ty, I sent a picture of the front door. Okay, look at
Ooh,
this.
pretty.
The black doorknob and bell on the front door are see the little bell right there?
Yeah.
It's got a new handle, right? But like that's the screen door on the front of it.
Yeah.
But it was locked. I couldn't get to it. I don't know why Eddie didn't trust me. You'd have thought he would have sent me a key. Whatever, Eddie Perry. And but anyway, like you could see the original doorknob. That's the original door and doorknob. And then that little thing in the front is like the doorbell.
Okay.
And they
That's
are
beautiful glass, and that's original?
Yep. They
Love
are
it.
dated back to 1865.
Holy moly.
Is that not awesome?
That's awesome.
Yeah. Also, there are 2 original windows in the home. One is the interior kitchen window, and the other is the east bedroom window in the north portion of the home. How neat is that?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I just can't even believe that they just
Right.
kept everything. Yeah, but that door, you go up there, and it's so.
Yeah, so
it's
just to
neat.
put these dates in perspective, like Flora started as a town in 1854. This is right after this. The other Victorian homes that we like to talk about on the show are usually, they've been built anywhere between like 1903 to 1910, all through that time period. Okay, this is like 40 years before that.
Yeah.
This is good. Because what'd you say, 61 or something?
1865 is
65,
the date
okay.
on the the bell.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, when you put it that way. So that house is literally 40 years, yeah. So this house wins the oldest home in town by leaps and bounds.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parts of the flooring in the north portion are a combination of a very wide, older planks and new, smaller boards. There is exterior siding in the south, upstairs bedroom closet. The west wall of the back porch has left evidence of 2 original paint colors that were very popular during the Civil War and Victorian era.
Okay, what were they?
We believe the brown to be the oldest color, which was the original color of Abraham Lincoln's home.
Oh, my gosh.
Can
Can you imagine that house being brown, though? That'd
No,
be
I
so
can't.
weird, but I think it would be really cool.
When I close my eyes and I see this house, I kind of like picture it like a really pale pink with all white. Baby doll house is how I see it.
I can see that.
I can see that.
But that's cool that they have a closet that still has siding on it in the inside of the closet where they built on.
Yeah, and then there's still paint. Yeah, like I said, there's paint. It's just the craziest thing. Okay.
Very cool.
I'm going to keep going.
Let's go back. Let's look at another picture with the snow one. Let's go.
Yeah. Go. Wait a minute. Show the picture of the original light hanging from the. Look at that.
Oh, wow. That's
look at
original.
Him. How gorgeous is he?
Beautiful.
He was updated. I would imagine at one time it was probably a
lantern.
A lantern.
At some point it was updated to electric.
And then is there another picture before I continue on the other sides of the house? Show another side view of the house. Was there one? Were you sure there wasn't one more picture? Please tell me that I'm not an idiot.
Oh, that's okay if we don't. Go back to the snow one. And
yeah, just put the beautiful picture of the snow
Yeah, I
up.
love that one.
Oh, I thought I had. So I didn't send you a picture of the very front door. Front.
Only door pictures want to show.
Well, I just meant like the other side of the other side of the house. Okay, well let's go back to the pretty snowy picture. There it is, beautiful picture.
Yeah,
Okay.
love that one.
So the Fairchild family lived in the house until 1909 when they built the large Victorian home directly across on Main Street. The big yellow Victorian home right across the street. Dr. Fairchild built that house.
Oh, so he wanted to upgrade.
Yeah. When Dr. William and Minta Fairchild's daughter Effie married Dr. Rolla Finch in 1912, the young couple built the house directly behind this home.
Why didn't either one of them want to live in their home?
I don't know, but they just built, and then they built, there's one more house that they also built too. So, like, you've got this house, then Dr. Fairchild built the big two-story Victorian across the street.
Okay.
And then the house that's directly behind this would be, kind of what street would that be? 5th, 6th Street, whatever street this is on. So, in that's the house that his daughter lived in. Okay. The young couple built the house directly behind the home. It is currently the home of Steve and Doris Prather. Dr. Rolla and Effie Fairchild Finch lived in this house and raised 2 children. Oh, we need to take a commercial break.
Oh, gosh. That went by fast.
It did go by fast.
We'll be right back.
God.
If you're looking for a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online banking, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be.
Clay County State Bank.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It's the weekend, and your symptoms are worsening. The morning of a big meeting and you have a bigger sore throat. Ever experienced that urgency after picking up your sick child and your community health center has already closed? You will be able to connect to a provider at crhpc.org. Even if you have never been to CRHPC, you are welcome to utilize our services. Feel better after scheduling a video visit with CRHPC.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. Today we're talking about old houses. Stacey is in the middle of telling us all about the oldest home in that is still standing in Flora.
Yep, the Fairchild home is
The
what I'm going to
Fairchild.
start calling it.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're talking about, so the Fairchild's daughter, Effie, is married. They have built the big 2-story Victorian home directly across the street. They built the home just right behind this, would be sitting then on probably 6th or 7th Street.
I think it's 7th.
7th Street,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then they built another home. In the mid-1920s, the Finch family built the beautiful craftsman-style home. And when I say Finch, Fairchild's daughter, Effie, married
Right.
Dr. Finch. So then they built the home on 717 North Main Street. Actually, it was the home of Jack and Ruth Ann Myers. David and Angie Freeman owned it, and now it's owned by Mike Beck.
Yeah, that house. Okay.
Yeah.
So they built the one first. Effie and her husband, Dr. Finch, built the one right behind this snowy house, the
Yeah.
oldest one.
Yeah.
They only lived there for what, 20 years, if even that?
Not very, yeah.
And then they were like, oh, we're going to build another one, this time craftsman style.
Yeah.
And they did that on Main Street. So they never left the neighborhood. They liked the neighborhood.
They stayed right in that neighborhood.
But they also liked building houses.
It is an interesting fact that the Fairchild Finch family is connected to these 4 houses that tell the family story. According to the Flora Journal record, Dr. W.F. Fairchild died suddenly on February 9th, 1928.
Aww.
His funeral services were held at the Methodist Episcopal Church, now Flora's First Methodist Church, at 3:30 in the afternoon. Services were preached by Reverend J.B. Johnson.
I'm sad, and I didn't even know him. But he sounds like a good man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just neat. Let's see. It also said, now I'm going to talk about the people who own the home.
Okay.
Let's see. I want to go down here. In 1957, let me make sure I get this right. Yes. So the home was owned, back to the snowy house, the home was owned by Dr. William Francis Fairchild and Minta Bell Fairchild. In 1919, the home became the property of Alva and Mary E. Myers, the grandparents of Colonel George Myers and Mary Ann Fry of Louisville. Mr. Alva Miles was a carpenter and also made some changes to the home. Closets and a small downstairs bathroom were added. Very smart.
Ah.
The front entry was enclosed from the front porch, and a basement was dug under the house.
Oh, wow.
The Myers family owned the house until 1957 and raised 5 children in the home.
Wow.
The children were Edward Myers, Anna Myers Shoemaker, Elizabeth Myers Bay, Genevieve Myers Blocker, and Carmelita Myers German.
Wow. Beautiful names.
Yes. They used to hold beautiful, wonderful Sunday brunches, and the meals were prepared by Grandma Myers in the kitchen and served in the adjoining rooms of the house after they all attended Mass at St. Stephen's Church.
That's awesome.
Yeah. In 1957.
If you could go back in time, wouldn't that be fun to just be like, I'm popping in for brunch with the Myers?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
La-ti-da, wearing my brooch. Yes, it's great. Here's another interesting fact. In 1957, Dr. Eugene and Mrs. Helen Foss owned the home.
I didn't know that.
Helen was an accomplished pianist and gave piano and organ lessons for many years.
She did in the upstairs of the library, I believe. And also, when we did our episode on weddings, she was also listed as an organist at one of the weddings.
Oh, yeah.
I think she went around and did that.
Get this. This is interesting. The Fosses never lived in the home.
What?
However, some may still remember the sound of music on Main Street coming through the open windows in the 1950s when Mrs. Foss and Mrs. Esther Gatewood used the home as a piano studio.
Oh, so they were teaching there?
They were teaching in the home.
Okay.
So they bought the house and turned it into her piano. I can't even imagine the beautiful melodies that came out of that home.
We have a piano at the depot in the museum that was from the upstairs of the library where people taught, and I thought she was listed as one of the instructors there, but maybe she did both, or maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
that's possible too.
Yeah, so apparently, like I said, they bought the home but never lived in it, turned it into a piano studio.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
In 1960, the home became the property of Marianne Marion and Nellie Hunter Oglesby, and their 3 sons. Marion B., Steve, and John. Flowers from Nellie's rose gardens, lilac bushes, and Easter lilies graced the Methodist church altar, and afternoon garden parties for many years poured out their yearly fragrance in early spring. So she apparently filled the house with beautiful gardens. In August 1997, Eddie Perry and Joanne Herring purchased the home. It was their home along with their 2 sons, Caleb and Carson, until May of 2014, when Eddie Perry became the sole owner of the property.
Okay.
Yes, these walls can talk. They tell the stories of young doctor who came to Flora with his young wife and little girl, and closeness of a large family through 2 world wars, echoes of music, hospitality, and roses.
Wow. That's quite a story. Like, I love that house.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
I was in it one time. It was on one of the Christmas tours. I got all this. Thank you so much, Joanne Herring. She met me at the Methodist Church. She's the one that had this beautiful write-up. She actually had this written up for whenever people came to see her home during the Christmas tour when they used to have those. So this is everything she had. She written
a whole history written down.
Had it was written beautifully, and I really appreciate it so much. I love this home. Like I said, her ex-husband now has property of the home, and I had a conversation with him via Facebook Messenger, and he has reassured me that he is going to come back and fix this house up.
Yeah. Old houses are a lot of work, but they are worth it, in my opinion.
I agree. Those bones don't crack. They don't. Those people don't understand. Like when they build homes like that, they built them to last forever. And you're talking. This house now is what 18. I mean, in a few 40 more years, it's going to be 200 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it might not even be that because they moved it.
They moved it in 1861.
Okay, that's when they moved it. I thought it was they moved it in 1840. I lost track.
No, 1861. Okay. So 40 more years.
Yeah,
less than 40 years. We got a house that's 200 years old, and she's still standing.
Yeah, the people out east, if you're watching this, you're probably like, "That's not even that old." But for Clay County, Illinois, it's old. It's very old.
Yeah, I just absolutely loved it.
Yes,
it was beautiful, and it was
a great story. Did we make it through all of your photos?
Yeah, we made it through all my photos.
Okay.
Yeah, great. So now we're ready to go on to another one of my favorite homes.
Yes. So I'm going to talk to you about a Victorian home in Flora. It is located on East 3rd Street, directly across from the First Church of Flora, formerly the First Baptist Church. We're going to talk about the Greenlaw house. So
I love the Greenlaws. I love everything about the Greenlaws.
So you will remember on past episodes, an episode, we talked about Mr. Greenlaw and his college. That was an entire episode. If you haven't seen that one, find it on YouTube. You can go back and find the whole history of this family. And I think I might have even said on that episode, I can't remember which house is his.
We did, because we didn't know it when we did the episode. Yeah, because I think we were like, didn't we literally say, I wonder where he lived?
Yeah.
Well, right
two doors down in the Victorian we had on our list to get to. We just hadn't gotten to it yet. But this Greenlaw house, let's show an early picture of that one, Ty. Here we go. How gorgeous is
this picture?
And you can see the beautiful paint and the eaves there. And
what color do you think the house originally was?
I don't know.
And is that little porch? I can't remember, Beth. Is that little porchy thing up there still up there today?
I don't think so.
I think it's gone.
I think it's gone too. But look at the family there.
I love them so much.
Yeah, they all look so nice. And now I think there's still steps.
There are steps going down.
Yeah, there's still steps there on the back of that porch. So there's like some at the front and then some there on the side under those double windows in the center. But this house is just beautiful inside and out. But Mr. Greenlaw is the one that built the home, and he ran the college that was here in Flora. And so the college was also across from the Baptist church. It's been torn down. It became a funeral home in later years, so some of you may remember it as that. But so he operated his business right there. Then he built this house like 2 lots over. And I think at the time there wasn't any other houses there. Now there's some houses in between.
Yeah.
But at the time, I think there was not any other homes
yeah.
there.
Because it's just literally, you've got this big house, a smaller house, then you got the Dunnigan house.
Mm-hmm.
What's the original? It's slipping my mind.
Carr. The Dunnigan home was the Carr family.
The Carr family, yes.
Yeah, and so then it's that big home that we've already talked about, the Carr home, and then a smaller home in between, and then this home, and then another smaller home, and then where the Greenlaw College was. And then also catty corner across the street from the college would be the home that we talked about that Haskell Nutgrass owns, where college students actually had dormitories in the basement of that home. So that whole college thing kind of operated right there on the first block of East 3rd Street in Flora. So the Greenlaw house, this was built in 1910, and it was built by Frank Nichols, who we love Frank Nichols. He's another one of those guys that, like, if I could go back in time, I'd be like knocking on his door and be like, tell me all about, how you built this, or why you did it this way.
It is funny because, like, people say if you could spend one day with anybody, it'd be like, I'd have to ask God for two. First of all, I want to talk to my dad again. My next person would probably be Frank Nichols.
Really? Yeah.
Because I love Frank Nichols. I just think he's fascinating.
So he was the architect, the designer, the contractor, everything for several of the historic buildings in Flora. So he did the depot.
And died so young.
Yeah, he died. I don't know. We haven't really done an episode on him.
Let's do an episode on Frank Nichols.
Yeah, I'll give you a spoiler alert. He was attacked by wasps and died from wasp stings, and I think he was 43 or 44.
Yeah, he was very young. Great guy.
So
continue.
Yeah, so he built several of the homes in Flora, the Victorian homes. He built the Carr home. He built the Harris home. He built the home Bowman house, and then also this one. And I think this might be the last one of the ones that he built, but he built this one later. This was 1910, and he built it for Mr. Greenlaw. So the inside of this house has been updated, but not in a way that takes away from any of the beautiful woodwork.
Absolutely.
The pocket doors are there. They are beautiful. The interior I think I have a picture. Did I send a picture of the interior staircase?
Oh, please.
Let's take a look at that one. Yes, look. I mean, you can't. You might even go to a full screen on that, Ty, because I don't know if they can see the detail on these spindles. But in person, this staircase is just gorgeous. And when you get to the top, it doesn't show in my photo, but when you get to the top, it kind of turns a corner and then goes up into the bedrooms. And if you look at what is that, like a newel? What do they call those? Newel posts? There's intricate carving there, but then that very top piece where you would put your hand as you begin to go up the stairs is just smooth as silk.
It's shocking, yeah.
Smooth as silk.
Yeah.
And then you just think of all of the hands that have touched that as they go up the stairs over the years. Like Mr. Greenlaw had his hand there, his wife, his children, and just
all the
we walked up there, and I'm like, you just feel
the
history of it.
And God bless, and we'll talk about the owners of the house, because painstakingly it wasn't that, I mean, it had been painted, and one of the owners took the time to take that back. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back and finish
right
our
back.
house episode.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Peggle Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting the work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
The insurance specialists have options to tailor to your needs at CSI Insurance Brokers. Experienced insurance brokers at CSI are skilled with all types of insurance plans and policies and represent many companies, including Safeco Insurance. You'll benefit from their detailed expertise, unbeatable premiums, and commitment to customer service. CSI Insurance Brokers and Safeco Insurance Company, providing affordable rates on quality insurance since 1952.
For over 50 years, at your locally owned and operated Rural King Supply in Salem and Olney, we've helped you and your neighbors enjoy an easy country lifestyle. We carry the most thorough sporting goods department around with a huge variety of hunting and fishing gear, camping. You find whatever you need. Open every day, it's Rural King in Salem and Olney, your locally owned farm and home store.
Welcome back to By the Way with Beth and Stacey. I'm Beth Cooper.
I'm Stacey Earlywine, and we are talking about the beautiful Greenlaw house there.
We are, and it is. I have some more pictures. I think I sent. Let's see what else we have, Ty. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I know I sent a few. Yeah, so this is what the house looks like today, and look at this beautiful fall day. And I got a little bit of the tree in there, and it was just.
I'm telling you, Miss Photographer.
I know,
you did
right?
good.
Like John Baylor ain't got nothing on me. He's laughing as he watches, I'm sure.
Yes, he absolutely
So,
is.
yeah, so that the home has been repainted this dark navy blue, medium. I don't know what to call that blue, but it is just stunning in person.
It's beautiful.
Like this home is such an eye catcher, and I just love it. And it looked so pretty with the flag out, and the leaves were falling. It was a bright, sunny day when I stopped by to snap these.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the others too, Ty, please. Yeah, here's it from another angle, and you can see how they did the trim work at the top, and it just. So the back stairs are still there that come off of that porch.
Yeah, they
but
just
the
put a
top
little ramp. Yeah.
the top porch that was in that early photo is
Isn't
not
that a
there.
Weird, but there's no doors right there. Why would they have that little? Was it just for decorative?
Well, the windows are big enough you can crawl through.
Well, that's true. Maybe their kids were ornery and were crawling out the window. They didn't want them falling off.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd have done that with one of mine.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Did I send any others? There might have been a few early ones too.
Look
Yeah.
at the sun.
Look at that. The sun coming through.
Sunbeam.
Yeah.
I think that sunbeam is God's way of telling your husband you need an old home.
Here's the thing. Every single old home that I go in, I fall in love with it, and I'm like,
we're both insane.
And I'm like, this is the one I want. But my husband's so practical, and he doesn't ever want to move. But honestly, he's starting to wear off on me because I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like, I won't want all those stairs when I'm old. And,
no, yeah, when you get old, I mean, it's a concern.
Yeah,
it's a concern.
So okay, so I think I have some older photos too. Let's look at those real quick. We'll just go through everything.
I think you've got one of the old college, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's look at that one there. This is the Greenlaw family.
I wonder if are they on that porch?
I don't think they
are.
I don't know where they are. They're definitely in front of a home, though.
They
There's
are.
shutters. And
so that's Thomas Greenlaw right
Thomas
there to the
Greenlaw
right,
and his wife, and I don't know that those are all of his children, but I'm not sure.
I feel like the one holding the little. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember when we did. Isn't that terrible?
But it's a shame it has such a glare on it. But
I can't remember the. Well, you know what? Yeah, that's a great picture. Well, and here's the other beauty of this is there. When we were talking to the current owner, the owners have been so smart in the previous that they kept tell them, Beth, about how they passed all this information from the generations.
So every person that has owned the home has the same folder, and it's full of information. It's got stuff in it from the college. It has all of Greenlaw's information. It has all of the, like, I think there was like blueprints and deeds and like the entire,
pictures.
all of pictures, all is like this one big file. And each homeowner that has owned it through the years has left it with the house and said, this comes with the house. And this is the history. Bravo to each one of them.
Bravo to
So
you.
I don't have
That's
I don't have a
awesome.
complete list list of the owners, but I
could probably tell you who they are.
Yeah, so the Spitzners lived there for years.
That's when I, as a little girl, Kay and Leo Spitzner lived there. So Kay and Leo Spitzner bought it from after the Greenlaws. They were the second people to move in there, and they lived in it for years. Kay and Leo Spitzner were educators so it was followed the education line, and they were very good friends with my parents, Bill and Dallas Hemphill. As a little girl, I spent a lot of time in that house because our families got together in that dining room and they played cards.
Oh, okay.
So there was lots of cards. Jack and Bonnie Thatcher, Kay and Leo, my mom, Sandy and Mart Haycock. They were all very good friends, and so I spent a lot of time in the house as a little girl. As a little girl, did I appreciate the home? No. Yeah. And then their daughter babysat for me. Jeannie Hayes.
Oh yeah, Jeannie lived there and grew up there.
Jeannie Hayes grew up there, and Jeannie had the blessing to babysit the little Hemphill girl. So I don't know if Jeannie would call it a blessing now.
I forgot to write down who owned it between Greenlaws and Spitzners, so there is a little bit of a jump there.
There wasn't any.
There wasn't any, so it's not just my notes. The Spitzners bought it from the Greenlaws.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The Spitzners were the second owner.
Okay, so then after the Spitzners was the Pools.
The Lori Poole.
Lori and Randy Poole, and and then after that, Brittany and her husband. Nolan. And yes, Thompson.
Let's go back to Lori Poole.
Okay.
So this house is not sided. This house is painted. And Lori Poole loved her older home. And that woman painted that house. And a house, when you have a house that's painted, you're talking about every other year almost to paint this ginormous house. So Lori loved it, and she took the time to paint it. Now, she had different colors. And then Nolan and Brittany Thompson bought the house, and Nolan's the one that painted this blue color, which I love. And Nolan is the one that took the inside to where it is. He is the one that painstakingly took the paint off all that railing.
All the railing and stuff,
Bravo to Nolan, who
good job.
Loved the home. And they would probably still be in the home had Brittany not had some knee issues, trouble with her knees. And you're talking, when you're going up there, those are original steps going into that house. And they're a little bit, Frank Nichols was a good builder, a concrete man. But, they're bigger, and it's a little bit difficult to get into the home.
Not only that, but all of the bedrooms in the home are on the second level.
Yeah, bedrooms. But they did, somebody did, so you do have that one back room. But if the house ever goes on the market, it would be a beautiful home for a young couple, because you do have the opportunity to there is a full bath on the main floor now, and you can make a bedroom out of one of the back
like a little family room type area.
Yeah, because Kay and Leo, that room, that was their bedroom back there. And then Randy and Lori took it as like a little, they were football lovers. So they watched their football, and they had that area for their football and stuff.
Good idea for that,
so
too.
that is good. If it were to ever go on the market, it's beautiful.
And the current owner is Randall Keele.
Randall has it now.
That. And she's the one. Thank you, Randall. You gave us a wonderful tour. The house was just gorgeous. I mean, it is spotless. It is beautiful. It's just so well done, and
Randall's got it decorated beautiful. I feel like she's kind of a minimalist almost, because you can experience the woodwork.
Yeah,
you can experience the light fixtures. You can experience the windows, the doors, because I felt like when we were in there, it's like it's not so. It's not overcrowded with stuff, so you can really appreciate the beauty of that home.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about the house is I love the fact that, and we used to do this, Kay Spitzner made these wonderful the desserts, and we picnicked every Tuesday night out at the park with these group of people my entire life. Every Tuesday night. The only time we did it was when Charlie Brown Park shut down and was closed for the winter, and it was like Mom and Dad, Kay and Leo, Jack and Bonnie, Rose Gill, the Haycocks, all that group. We picnicked every Tuesday night, so we all grew up together.
Oh.
Okay. And Kay Spitzner made these great things. They were Cheerios and syrup and peanut butter, and she always made these great things. My favorite thing in the world was when we would go play, and they would play poker. We'd be upstairs playing, and there was always the back entrance down into the kitchen.
Yeah, there's a narrower staircase, like a servant's staircase in the back that goes down into the kitchen.
Yeah.
You would sneak down there and get food.
We'd sneak down there. Me and Jackie Thatcher. Heck yeah, we would. Because they'd be in the other dining room area.
Yeah, they wouldn't even know you were in there.
They didn't know what we were doing, and we would sneak down there and we would eat Kay Spitzner's Cheerio
Mixture.
I don't know. I've never had them since.
Yeah, bring that back too.
Kay Spitzner, she was a teacher, and Leo was a
Maybe Jeannie has her recipe for that. We'll have to ask
Jeannie
her.
Hayes, do you have your mother's Cheerio recipe?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving's coming.
We need that. We need that.
Beautiful home. Kudos to the previous owners who have kept it spectacular.
It's immaculate. And I love it.
Oh, we love it, love it.
Another great house.
It's our new favorite.
By Frank Nichols. So good job, Frank.
Good job, Frank. Yeah, no. So we're in love with that house too.
Well, our episode is wrapping up. We need to end with
I don't even know how
rule
this
to live
happens.
by. I mean, how does it go so quick?
I don't know. Well, I guess when you're talking about what you love,
I guess
right?
so. What do we got?
Okay. Challenges. Oh, this is by Joshua Marine, Marine. Okay. Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful.
Ooh, deep words by Joshua Marine.
Words by Joshua Marine.
Okay, so say that one again.
Challenges are what make life interesting. Overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. Overcoming your challenges, your fears.
That's good. I like it.
I like it too. Yeah, that's a pretty good advice.
Yes.
I think fear. Well, we both love Zach Williams. Fear is a liar.
If you haven't heard that song by Zach Williams, and
you
need to listen to it. It's a great song.
It is a great song. He's a great performer. But
I met him in person once. Did I tell you that?
I don't know. I do believe you might have.
Backstage at the Grand Ole Opry.
Backstage at the Opry. I met Zach Williams. Yeah, because you're kind of like obsessed with him, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not obsessed, but he was very nice. He was not. I mean, not only does he have some great music, but he was very nice. His wife was nice as well.
Yeah, Jim and I went to see him up at the Effingham Performing Arts Center. So that was he's very good. He's got that raspy voice, but yeah, fear is a liar. Fear is what the devil uses to stop you from doing what you need to do. Don't listen to it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like saying jump off a cliff or nothing, but
yeah,
don't take my words to heart. To that heart, but no, don't let anything stop you.
That's right.
There's a lot of things happening in the world, a lot of things going on. I am going to put this out there: the Kringle Market.
Yeah,
tourism
the Chris
is putting
Kringle
on.
Market is coming up.
Real talk. That there's a lot of work goes into that, and there's tents that need to be put up. And there has been they have been asking for on Facebook. We need volunteers. Basically, tourism and the chamber need volunteers to help get the Kris Kringle Market set up. So I put a challenge out there to everybody in Flora. And
I think the spots filled up pretty darn quick.
Good. Yeah, if you can help. We need that. If you love that to keep going on. And the more people that help, the less work. Sometimes you show up and you're there 5 minutes.
So the dates for that are December the 8th and the 9th and the 10th. And that is the weekend that I think Flora kind of starts to feel like a Hallmark movie. Do you get that feeling?
Agreed. With
like
the
there's
ice
a temporary
rink.
ice skating rink up. Everything's decorated. People are out there on the sidewalks. They're bustling sidewalks. And people are drinking hot chocolate. I know there was a lot of people that had on like red hats. I had a white coat on with a red scarf last year. And it was just like so fun. And there was like all these activities going on. And there was like fire pits and the shops were open.
Santa, reindeer.
Yes.
The Christmas play's going to be going on.
The Christmas play will be going on at the same time at the theater. It was just a beautiful little thing for our town. This huge tent set up full of vendors. Great shopping, a great time to get presents.
I bought a lot of stuff. It was awesome.
Yeah, so if you
come on down.
If you haven't went to that, you need to hit that one up
and check out Facebook tourism page and see if they still need some more help. I know Beth and I, we're going to be crazy with the Christmas show that day, but we're the only two people involved in that in Flora, so I think there's plenty of you other to help out with it.
That's right, yeah. So anyway, thanks for joining us on your Thanksgiving Day.
Yay, happy Thanksgiving.
But yes, happy Thanksgiving. And if you missed any of our shows, we're on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is By the Way with Beth and Stacey. All of our episodes are on there. And you can always email us any questions or comments at bythewayWithBethandStacey@gmail.com. But I think that's pretty well it for today.
We're done.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Have a great day.